Alright, Tankers Fantasy Football. We are back here. We're going to do another PPR mock draft for you. Going to do a 12-teamer again this time for you. So how we're going to do it is I'm going to take it at the 9 spot.
I'm going to come in early at that 4 hole, right when it starts to get into the murky situation of that second and third round turn for you. And we're going to get up in there at the 4.
Alright, once again, we also got the t-shirts.
Oh, we got some sexy boy t-shirts if you want one of these mobs. Nah, I mean, after, eBay and then all those cocks take their money away, I'm losing a couple bucks in this situation. If you want to go to eBay, search for Tankers Fantasy. He's got these suckers up there for you. You just message me what size you need, and we will get you sexy. And it does have, just show it to him. I mean, he's got to show it to him. It's got the sexy boy 72 on the back, so you can definitely tell everybody how to get them sexy. Okay. All right, turn face forward now, better get together.
All right, so we had DJ and Le'Veon Bell go off the board at 1 and 2 here. In the first wide receiver taken, number 3, Odell Beckham.
I'm liking that 4 hole because I am feeling some Antonio Brown. There's with a dark cloud still kind of looming over Ezekiel Elliott out there with this 6-game suspension. You don't know if it's going to ride all the way into next season or not. So I'm just going to keep it real and get a definite sexy boy deluxe and Antonio Brown here at 4 overall.
Alright, and Julio Jones is not the next guy off the board. We're talking LaShawn McCoy at the number 5 overall spot. I don't know. That's too much for me.
That is. It's getting a little... I do have McCoy in a keeper league, and I am a McCoy believer. And I do like that people would give him this much love out there. I mean, my goodness, McCoy in the mid-first is just too much for me. I don't think I'd even consider him until the late first out there. And he's not going to make it that far, so.
All right, like we said, Julio, who usually is about that time, he just went number 6. Devontae Freeman just went at number 7 overall. That is the earliest I think I've seen him so far this year.
Ooh, I mean, yeah, these running backs are going up with Ezekiel Elliott going out. I mean, you'll see a couple more running backs moving up possibly into this first round. And, I mean, look at LaShawn McCoy going 5. Freeman going 7. I don't see any way you can take either of those guys over guys like Mike Evans and AJ Green who are still available. Well, Mike Evans just went, but they were available at that point.
All right, and so that leaves me at 9 spot, and then I am going to take AJ Green right
there.
Here.
We go. We had Michael Thomas go at 10. We had another running back, Melvin Gordon, go at 11. And this turn guys going wide receiver. With
we had Jordy and then Doug Baldwin.
Oh, I mean, we were
in a big money league the other night.
He went 5th pick in the second round, but he's even going higher.
First pick in the second round here. This is a guy who was consistently going like the very last pick of like the second round.
I know his floor is absolutely wonderful, but I'm still about Doug Baldwin more at the beginning of that third round where it was a couple weeks ago, and that is just apparently, I thought last night was kind of a fluke, but apparently not. This guy is all in on the turn of the first and the second round with Jordy and Doug Baldwin. I know that floor is very nice, but I just think the ceiling is capped. I don't think there's any way Doug Baldwin can break into the top 5 wide receivers, and that's kind of what you're hoping for, taking him at this point in the draft.
Yeah, if you're passing on guys, I mean, you're even passing on Ezekiel Elliott. I know he's going to miss some time, but seriously, there's still Elliott, there's still Jordan Howard, there's Ajayi. DeMarco Murray just went off the board here, so he's kind of been still hanging around that early second.
My goodness, that is pretty high on DeMarco Murray, too. This guy's got DeMarco Murray love. We got some Ajayi.
Off the board.
You gonna take the plunge, baby?
And I'm taking Ezekiel Elliott here. I'm gonna see what it looks like.
It's going to probably look pretty sexy if he ends up playing all of 2017. I guarantee you that.
We will see, baby.
If you're willing to take the risk here, maybe you're in more than one league. You're just like, I don't care. I just want me some Ezekiel Elliott stock. And maybe even if he does miss the first 6 games, I can still hang on, go 3-3 during that time, and still sneak my ass into the playoffs with Elliott and get it absolutely sexy. I mean, even if he does get this I mean, my goodness, man. I mean, that is absolutely sexy deluxe. AJ Green and Ezekiel Elliott on your team. If he somehow plays the whole 2017 or even gets it reduced to like a 3 or 4 game situation, I mean, this pick is absolutely amazing.
All right, Jordan Howard went off the board. Amari Cooper went off. Leonard Fournette, mid-second there. He's been falling a little bit. He was kind of going to that early, even mid-third round.
He's kind of, people love him. People are afraid of him. It's kind of easy to take him. It's like, he's floating all over the place. He's like has a 15-pick range from like mid-second to like mid to late third. All right, and we got Dez Bryant just go. And I know TY is still available here, but I just think I'm going to go get me some a little bit higher ceiling and some Brandon Cooks. They say he's been clicking hard. They say he looks like the sexiest guy in Patriot practice. He's learning the route tree very well, and that is a very good thing. We're talking about New England Patriot offenses, and I just think the ceiling is just a little bit higher, especially with Tom Brady definitely being on the field. Andrew Luck is murky.
Because, we're talking TY. This guy was easily going locked in top 15 pick all offseason, and now with this Andrew Luck situation, we don't know if he's going to play week 1. He's kind of been sliding into mid to even late second round, obviously.
Yeah, I'm just going to take Cooks over him. I'm just feeling good about.
All right, Lamar Miller's off, and there's T.Y.
There we go, T.Y.
So we have an 11th pick in the second round here.
We got our first tight end, Gronk, go, and our first quarterback at the turn. The guy went Gronk and Rodgers at the turn here. We got Keenan Allen. That's pretty high for Keenan Allen here. Second pick in the third. We got some Todd Gurley, and I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna change it up. I never really do this. I know I went wide receiver. I'm gonna say I can still get some running back value here later in this draft. I'm gonna strap it on and get who in my eyes, the number 1 tight end in the draft. I'm gonna strap it on and get some Travis Kelce right now. I mean, how can you deny? I mean, look at this motherfucker. I mean, my goodness. I mean, just fucking look at him, baby. Oh, my goodness. It is the flyest shit I've ever seen.
All right. Hopkins is off the board there, hoping for a bounce back year. Then we got the Crow. So this guy who got Leonard Fournette is rocking the Crow as well. All right. Second quarterback off the board, Tom Brady.
We got, pick up kind of in love with and some Terrell Pryor. I'm kind of down with that. I don't know if you were hoping for him or not, but he went right before you.
Yeah. I have taken Terrell Pryor in a lot of these mocks. And I think I'm going to try and wait and maybe see if I can get a Jameson Crowder at the turn between the 4 and the 5 turn. Or the 5 and the 6 turn here. I feel like whenever in the back end, I really like to either get the Pryor in the 3 or the 4 or the Crowder in the 5 or 6. Because I do want a piece of one of those Redskin receivers. And I'm just going to take Tyreek Hill in the 3rd. He went early 3rd in our draft the other night in the Big Money League. And I feel like the ceiling is just incredible with him. I mean, he played so few snaps and still had only like 15 points separated from Amari Cooper and PPR points last year.
A little bit of a scary pick, but definitely a very high ceiling pick.
Demaryius Thomas in the 3rd round.
Pretty decent value out there. What do you think?
No? He's been going up. He's kind of, he was going, 5th round, 4th. Now he's kind of hopping into that.
Yeah, people are
3rd.
realizing that his floor is pretty secure out there. Ty Montgomery just went. I just can't get on it. We talked about that in our Risers Faller video. And anybody can be very, very, very easily unseated as the number 1 running back on their team. I think Ty Montgomery is at the top of that list.
All right, Alshon.
This guy's gone.
Fitzgerald
4 wide receivers. This guy's gone. I don't know, bro. I don't think that's going to turn out very sexy for him. And we got Crabtree go, and we got a rookie running back in Dalvin Cook, and then you are on the board.
I was kind of looking at Dalvin Cook there. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take beast mode here. This is my 2nd running back on my team, so I've got Elliott beast mode in hopes that Elliott maybe reduces suspension. But beast mode, we're talking 4th round. This guy was going early to mid 2nd, only just a couple weeks ago here. And I feel like no matter what happens, if he plays, he is at worst mid-range RB2.
Yeah,
and for
absolutely.
fourth round, I feel like that's tremendous value.
I
That's
don't
all
see
you can
anyway.
ask
If
for.
he's playing football for the Oakland Raiders behind that offensive line and he's touching the football 15 to 18 times a game, which I think he's going to be doing, there's no way, shape, or form he's not a RB2. Probably even a very high-end RB2. All right, what we got out there?
All right, McCaffrey's
Hyde.
off.
We got some Martavis Bryant. And Woodhead. That's a pretty high price on some
That's
Woodhead.
the highest I've seen Woodhead go. He's been going consistent, like mid to late fifth. This is mid fourth here.
I was eyeing him, but I thought that was a little bit paying the piper. I'm going to get some very high upside here in Joe Mixon. I just think the axe eventually has to fall on Jeremy Hill, and I think it's going to fall sooner or later. I think Mixon was looking pretty spry out there in the preseason, and I just think I know he's not the best RB1 in the world, but I just think I can scoop up some guys later in this draft to kind of fill that hole if I need to.
I feel like there's a lot of decent running backs in rounds like 4 through 6.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys you can kind of count on to be like, two. You have instead of one RB1, I'll just have two RB2s, but I'll have the sexy deluxe of Kelsey in my tight end spot to kind of fill that void out there. All right, we got Allen Robinson go.
They're saying he's the best guy in practice at Jacksonville here.
Oh, yeah, I mean, the best guy in Jacksonville.
All right, couple decent picks here. Devontae Adams, who I really like Devontae Adams, especially for where he's going. He's normally been going like early fourth. So
that's very good value there on the Devontae Adams. I'm in love with it. And Landry, the pick after. We got Spencer Ware go. I know we were talking about him in the 6th round being value. I just don't really like it right there at the beginning of the 5th. Greg Olsen. We got some Kelvin Benjamin. I'm going to get another running back. I know he's been kind of missing practice here with a little hammy, but I think he will be the guy to fill that LeGarrette Blount role. And if that is the case, I think he is more talented than LeGarrette Blount. So if he can stay on the field for the New England Patriots, I just think Mike Gillislee can be very high RB2 production, and I think that is just good to go on a football team like mine when I'm looking out there with Antonio Brown, Brandon Cooks, and Kelsey in the first 3 rounds. I just think Gillislee as my RB2 is not the worst thing in the world, and I'm going to get on it.
Yeah, I really love Gillislee this year. He was a backup last year and practically had 10 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And I feel like anyone who's looking to get this role for the Patriots are always going to be leading games in the second half. I feel like he could find his way easily into RB1 conversation.
Maybe think about handcuffing him with some James White a little later on, because I do believe James White is that clear-cut pass down back to open the season, and then the game flow, this and that. Somehow James White becomes the guy. At least you got a little protection in the situation.
So Golden Tate go off. Jordan Reed off the board. Sammy Watkins in the 5th. That's a little earlier than what it has been there. He's been right around the 6th round mark for the most part here.
We got a quarterback going, Drew Brees, and you are on the board.
All right, I did take Tyreek Hill in the 3rd, so it's a very high ceiling, but also has a pretty bottom shelf floor. And I'm going to pick a guy with a very, very safe play. So the 5th round, I'll take Julian Edelman here, hoping that Jamison Crowder can come back to me in the 6th round like I was talking about earlier here.
We got Amir Abdul off the board. We got some Willie Snead, and I don't know that Willie Snead with Ted Ginn being listed as the number 2 on the depth chart. I know that may be smoke and mirrors, but I just don't know. I mean, that might be a sign of bad things. I just don't think you can rely on Willie Snead in your starting lineup in this 5th round situation. We got Bill Powell. Oh, heartbreaker, baby.
That's Bill Powell's. That's his number 1 running back here. The guy who took 4 straight runs.
I wasn't talking about that as heartbreaker.
We're talking heartbreak. He took my Jamison Crowder.
He did. I was worried. I thought maybe you should have taken Crowder over Edelman, but I just not. Edelman might have just a slightly higher floor for you out there. I don't know. I might have taken the Crowder over the Edelman.
Too late now.
Yeah, it's too late now, baby. Woulda, coulda, and shoulda out there.
All right, I'm up after Jimmy Graham and Matt Ryan off the board, and I gotta get a starting RB2 here. If Ezekiel Elliott's out, I'm gonna be rocking beast mode, and I'm also gonna take Tevin Coleman right
Solid.
here. I feel like
Solid protection.
I would have taken Tevin Coleman over Bilal Powell, who the guy took at the turn anyway.
Yeah.
Like Tevin Coleman, even with Freeman involved, I feel like he's a very, very high-end RB2.
Way better. We're talking the difference between the Atlanta Falcon offense and the shit show of the New York Jet offense. So
the only thing you're counting on with Powell is the Jets being down so much that they're just going to dump it off repeatedly.
That's where he lives and dies. All right, what we got?
Got Eifert off there.
Got some Diggs go. We got some Adrian Peterson. Back-to-back Saint running back with some Mark Ingram, and now I'm on the clock. I'm going to go a very high floor guy. Keep it safe. Keep it sexy with some Emmanuel Sanders right here.
I do love it.
All right, we got some...
kind of some picks I'm not on at all. CJ and LeGarrette Blount.
Not about it. I like to wait and see if Wendell Smallwood in these drafts. I mean, I got Wendell Smallwood in like the 20th round of a 12-teamer the other day. I mean,
what are they talking? Running like a man?
Running like a man possessed. They're cutting. They're cutting Ryan Matthews. They're throwing the shade on LeGarrette Blount, saying done nothing to stand out. They're telling me this guy's done nothing to stand out. They're telling me this other guy's running like a man possessed. And he's going about 14 rounds later. So I'm going to go ahead and give me the possessed motherfucker. You know what I mean? I'm feeling it.
At the turn, we had a guy getting very heavily targeted receivers on very bad football teams, and Pierre Garçon and Cameron Meredith. And I'm not hating on those picks whatsoever.
Decent plays. I don't know if I'm down with relying on those guys in my number 2 and number 3 wide receiver on a weekly basis like this guy is.
I feel like I'd feel much better about drafting one of those guys.
Yeah.
Instead of having both of them.
Yeah, both of them in there just a little bit scary for me. Russell Wilson, Derek Carr, back-to-back quarterbacks just went, and I am up. And I've seen the J-Rock throw to the Parker out there, and I'm in love with it. I think this is going to continue. I think this
J-Rock loves them big athletic, freakish wide receivers.
I think this is the thing. I think if Devontae Parker can stay healthy, I know that's kind of an if too. I think if J-Rock can stay healthy, I know another kind of if. But I just think in my second flex, as I'm drafting him here, I just think this is the absolute sexy deluxe ceiling with the J-Rock at the helm with Devontae Parker.
I love it. I was actually kind of looking at him in my 7th round.
I do, baby. Sniped him from you.
V. Marsh off the board. Had a little run here. We had Paul Perkins, Doug Martin, and Eddie Lacy. And Eddie Lacy, he's in the 7th round here. But we played our $350 buy-in league the other night.
$50. These guys are real deals.
Procise went in the 9th, Rawls went in the 10th, and Lacy went in the 11th.
11th round Lacy. I mean, I know Lacy's run with the 2s out there in the preseason and not really doing much. I mean, my goodness, we're talking about Lacy going in the 11th round. It just becomes a situation where it just becomes savory.
See, how bad has it gotten at this point?
Even if he does suck at that point, who gives a damn?
It doesn't cost you anything if he turns out to be
He's like
nothing.
your 3rd, 4th bench player, so even if he does cost you at that point, it's like, who gives a damn?
All right, since he had to snipe me.
Sniping you, baby, in the grass.
You're taking.
This is
my God.
sexy.
I'm taking
this is still
Dante Moncrief here. He's my 4th wide receiver. And, I mean, he might be my second flex to start the year here with Ezekiel, and I'm not hating on that whatsoever.
We're talking about luck on the football field. I think Moncrief's floor is probably higher than Devontae Parker's. I just love the J-Rocks in town. I'm high on it.
I mean, his touchdown upside is tremendous. If he plays 16 games, he's easily hitting double-digit touchdowns. Because T.Y.'s never been that touchdown guy.
Highest mark was at 7?
7. He's gone 5.7, 5.76.
Well, there it is. Martellus Bennett. We got some Jeremy Macklin off the board. Oh, this guy's got Will Powell as number 1 running back. His number 2 and number 3 running back. Are you ready for this? We're talking about shit-faced. We're talking about dirt road shit-faced truckers out there. We're talking Frank Gore from the depths. I mean, we're talking about nursing home motherfucking Frank Gore out there. And we're talking about another dick bomb and Terrence West. I know Kenneth Dixon's out for the season, but I just think like Danny Wood is living and dying. He might be the only dude out there worth a damn in the Baltimore backfield. I just can't get about. I mean, thinking about Terrence West in my starting lineup is so gross. I can't even think about it. All right, we got Andrew Luck just went. We got some Eric Decker, and you are on the board. What are you going to do?
I'm going to saddle me up some tight end here, and I'm going to go Kyle Rudolph.
I like the reindeer games in the 8th. I've been toting that horn all fucking off season.
Very solid.
I've been toting that horn all off season with the reindeer games in the 8th. I think anybody should get down with that. We got some Randall Cobb go. We got some Delaney Walker off the board. Had some Kareem Hunt.
This guy's taken 5 running backs in the first 8 rounds.
I'll tell you,
all have some serious scares.
I tell you, I know Leonard Fournette's the best, but he's had some serious. I mean, my goodness, your rookie running back is your best one of your 5. That is just, what are you doing out there? Got Kirk Cousins, and I'm going to keep it in Washington. And we talked about in the Riders and Fallers, talking about Perrine isn't even close to Rob Kelly right now, so Rob Kelly is definitely going to enter the season as the workhorse back for the Redskins, and I know workhorse back for the Redskins isn't really that sexy deluxe. So we are talking about a guy who may see 18 to 20 touches to open the season. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. 15 to 18, maybe Jesus Christ. Who else is on the fucking football field?
Kirk Cousins throwing it 60 times.
Kirk Cousins fucking 60 times. But Rob Kelly, I guess decent Joe Mixon, Mike Gillislee insurance in his 8th. I mean, late 8th round, give me some fat Rob. I mean, my goodness.
I probably would have taken maybe like something like a Theo Riddick, a little PPR play.
Yeah, I guess. Just give me, I'm high on the fat Rob right now. I mean, my goodness, the guy took Terrence West over fat. Fuck that. At least fuck that. How dare you.
Zach Ertz is off the board. There's Theo Riddick. Darren McFadden. 8th round, Darren McFadden.
That's unsavory than it was a day ago. It was like 10th round yesterday, and I wasn't liking it then. Now I'm liking it even worse. Think about it. Even if this guy does get drafted, I mean, if Elliott does see the suspension, it's like what? You get Darren McFadden, might produce decent RB2. He's a Band-Aid. He's an RB2 possible Band-Aid. And
he's not even guaranteed. It's not like you're drafting this guy and he's guaranteed RB1. I feel like even with drafting him here in the 8th round, I feel like his ceiling is still like RB2.
Yeah. And he's only going to be there for so long. And after that, I mean, who even knows if he is going to be there? The guy, fucking hurt himself trying to catch his cell phone last year. I mean, this guy could easily go down before the season even starts.
Alfred Morris is going, after the 15th round, borderline undrafted, sometimes is undrafted.
Undrafted in that 12-team 20 fucking last night. If you're looking to throw a dart on a Dallas running back and just kind of wait and see and hope and pray, I think Alfred Morris is your boy. I'm not 8th round. Darren McFadden is unsavory.
All right, Derrick Henry's off. Jacquizz Rodgers off. I love Deshaun Jackson.
In the 9th, that's great value in the 9th. I'm going to stay with that. I'm going to keep it in Tampa. I love the D-Jacks on the show with Winston. I think Winston's going to clang and bang this season, baby. I'm going to suit him up.
I love it.
All right, Duke Johnson.
You.
That's you.
Oh, and he handcuffed the... No, never mind. One tick over. I was going to say, this guy handcuffed the crow with Duke.
Oh, no, he didn't do it. Mariota, Tyrell Williams.
J-Stu.
The J-Stu.
All right, I'm up here. I'm seeing the quarterbacks go. And I'm gonna saddle up me some Ben Roethlisberger. I mean, I feel like there's easy top 5 potential, especially if Martavis Bryant is on the football field. We know his incredible splits, home and away. I'm gonna try and get another quarterback later here.
All right, we got some CJ Procise. Got some Thomas Rawls back-to-back Seattle running backs. If you're down, if you just want a little piece of these Seattle running backs, I mean, they all are going at very low prices. We're talking about first, second, bench player prices.
You can pretty much take whatever one you like the best.
Yeah, and suit it up. I mean, they're all going, like we said, Lacey even went in the 11th a couple nights ago. I mean, we're talking all are going at first or second bench player prices. So if you just want one, maybe even 2 of these suckers, you can get all down on that. All right. We got some Ebron go. There's some Newton in the 10th. I got Newton in the 10th in that one of our last mock drafts that we did, and I am down with that. I mean, 10th round Cam Newton, that is getting to be a very savory situation. We got John Brown, who we're saying I think that's untouchable at this point. We got, and you're up.
Had the defense go, and I'm going to get Jamal Williams here, who I feel like the Ty Montgomery does scare me. I was all in on the Ty Montgomery a couple weeks ago, but Jamal Williams getting first team reps. Ty Montgomery still kind of having some injury question marks. And Jamal Williams seems to be a better pass protector as well.
Yeah, I think Jamal Williams, if he can get down with that pass protection, I mean that's the major hill to climb for the Packers. You got to be able to protect Aaron Rodgers to make it on the football field for the Packers. So if he can show he can do that, and if he can actually be true runner, I mean Montgomery had one game over 10 carries last season, and it was against the Bears. So I mean whatever. I mean it's not like Ty Montgomery is like hooved out there as a Green Bay runner. He's absolutely not. If anybody can get their job stolen from them early, it is Ty Montgomery, and I think Jamal Williams as one of your first bench spots is a very savory thing going on right now.
All right, we had a fresh Buffalo Bill and Jordan Matthews going for 10th round. I feel like that's great value.
Absolute sexy. We got Perrine go, and he's falling out of favor kind of in my eyes. We got Gabriel. We got Corey Davis, rookie for the Titans, go. And I'm going to do like I talked about earlier. I'm going to sew me up some James White right now. Just a little protection for the Gillislee train. We got Rivers. Rivers been climbing up these drafts. He went from, he was going 13th, 14th round.
Yeah, and he's literally gone 3 to 4 round jump here in the last few weeks.
Rivers. People remembering he exists out there. What was it, after week 7 last year?
After week 6 or 7, he had at least 2 touchdowns in every single game the rest of the season.
Every game. That's some pretty stout fucking action right there. Marvin Jones, Kenny Britt, couple of defenses. Jamal Charles, my goodness. All right, I'm going to pick a player that's relevant. I'm gonna take some Adam Thielen in the 11th, and I think he could lead. I mean,
is in the receiver position.
It's gonna be him and Rain. I think it's gonna be between him and the Reindeer games lead this team in targets. I really do. Stephon Diggs be damned. Stephon Diggs be damned. Serious.
Hunter Henry off. Corey Coleman's off.
There we go. The Sturford. And you are on the board. What are you going to do?
I do already have 4 running backs, but they all do have question marks. We're talking Ezekiel Elliott, possible suspension. We're talking Marshawn Lynch coming out of retirement. We're talking Tevin Coleman's a backup running back.
Oh, yeah, he's the best backup running back there.
Best backup running back ever.
Whatever was it?
Jamal Williams, and I'm going to get another guy, Latavius Murray. That is very boring pick, and I feel like he might, if I need him for some reason, if none of these guys pan out, that he can maybe patch up a couple weeks, try and find his way in the end zone. I'm not in love with the pick, but I feel like he's one of the last guys before these guys that might not even see the field all season.
Yeah, I mean, Dalvin Cook may be, fizzle out there, maybe get the rookie bone, but I don't know. It's not on the Latavius Murray train, but I guess it is the 11th round, so fuck it. Dak Prescott, we got some Rashard Matthews go. That old dirty old Forte. And some Red Rifle. And some Mike Wallace, and you are back on the board.
All right. Now I'm going to take Eli Manning here. We talked earlier about Ben Roethlisberger. I mean, there also is an injury history with Roethlisberger as well.
Yeah, it's good safety net here.
So Eli Manning here, we're talking, he's had average, 30 touchdowns, 4,300 yards the past 3 seasons?
Yeah, very, very safe, sexy production.
I mean, that's about as good as he gets in consistency.
And Eli plays football. You know he does. He is out there.
He's not missing any games, and he has possibly the best weapons he's ever had of his career.
That could very well get sexy. Eli could steal this starting job from Berg on your team easily. We got some Zay Jones go. We got some Cole Beasley. Got a couple defenses and some Tyrod Taylor. I'm going to get down. I'm just going to stay in New York with your Eli Manning. I'm going to give me some Sterling Shepard. All right. We got some Ted Ginn go. We were talking about in the... earlier, Willie Snead, and in the Riser video. I don't know. I mean, if you're talking about Willie Snead in the 5th, I'm just talking about giving me Ted Ginn in the late 12th. I mean, fuck.
Yeah, he's been kind of climbing up sometimes in the 10th round here, but if he's 11th, 12th, 13th round, I feel like that's a tremendous guy who has legitimate flex play upside. Every week flex play.
Got some John Ross, a guy that I'm down with fastest motherfucker alive.
Usain Bolt.
Usain Bolt, I don't know.
Usain Bolt losing.
I'm telling you, Usain Bolt's he's Usain Bolt, hot take, Usain Bolt's doping. I saw a list. It was I know we're going completely off topic here. I saw a list. It was like the top 10 all-time 100-meter dash times, and every name was crossed off from doping, except for like the 4 or 5 Usain Bolt are in the top 10. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying Usain Bolt. I mean, he could be the amazing thing ever, but I just think he is definitely. Maybe he's just better at hiding the dope than everybody else, you know what I'm saying? Watch the show Icarus on Netflix. Doesn't seem that hard to do.
He did lose a race the other day.
He lost a race. All right, he's off the dope then.
All right, you are up. We had Sproles, Wentz, and Lockett go.
He's doping. He's doping, man. All right, I'm fucking losing it. Talking about fucking Usain Bolt. All right. What's happening? Marlon Mack, give me the Max there. Mac Daddy. Give me the Mac. Mac, crisscross gonna make you jump.
Alright, then we got Mr. Dad. It is Jack Doyle right after you.
Alright. Giants D. We got some Doxson. We got some Carson Palmer. And you are on the clock, baby.
Let's do it.
Do it.
We're talking Kenny Galladay.
Kenny Galladay. We're talking about 6'4". We're talking
6'4" rookie wide receiver for Detroit.
Talking about first team reps. Marvin Jones. We're talking Marvin Jones. Be damned.
Anquan Boldin's out the door.
Out the town. Who said
Golden
maybe
Tate's gonna be on the inside.
Maybe Ebron is who he thought he was. Maybe he sucks. I mean, because so far that's been the case. You know, so it's not like it's not like a crazy thing. It's not a hot take to say Ebron sucks.
Praying for a poor man's Calvin Johnson here.
Let's do it, man. Yeah, they're busting on me. If he's gonna be on the goddamn football field, he's gonna be 6'4". He's gonna be 215. He's gonna be representing from Northern Illinois. 13th round, get about it. We got Jeremy Hill go. I mean, I'd rather have Kenny Galladay and Jeremy Hill all day. And we got some Giovanni Bernard. We got some kickers, and you are up them.
All right, another guy I am stashing here. We're talking Devin Funchess.
Funchess running with the ones.
So his steam is going up here, running with the ones. They're talking might even lead this team in targets behind Greg Olsen if Kelvin Benjamin cannot get it together here.
Wow, that'd be sexy deluxe. All right, we got some
kickers, defense.
Things are happening. Alvin Kamara. I'm going to suit it up with some Alvin Kamara.
I love it.
Mentioned his name with Marshall Falk. I know it's just some crazy talk, but anytime you do that, I'm on board. And we got some kickers. We got rookie O.J. Howard, which I don't know. I mean, they're saying they're going to do most of his time blocking. That's going to be his gig.
I feel like
That's scaring me off.
I feel like O.J. Howard's going to be a tremendous tight end as a rookie. I just don't feel like it's going to translate to the fantasy realm.
Yeah, he might be a very good football player. I don't know if it's necessarily going to be fantasy. Kevin White go. We got Deion Lewis. I'm going to stay in the rookie tight end area. I'm going to go Evan Ingram here. I just think Evan Ingram has probably the highest ceiling of any of these rookie tight ends this season.
Sniping my guys again.
Yeah, no.
I do love Evan Ingram this year.
All right.
There's the Anquan Boldin, new home in Buffalo.
Joe Williams, Rick Burkhead, that's 2 decent dart throws in my eyes.
Well, since I already had tight ends queued up and you took Ingram, I don't have a backup yet. I'm going to take another talking point rookie, David Njoku for Cleveland.
Taking him.
Why not? I love him.
All right. We got some dick bums and Sanu. Jonathan Williams and Aguilar to finish the draft.
All right, Jonathan Williams, he might be a sneaky 15th, 16th round play. I mean, you look at the last couple of years as backups for behind LaShawn McCoy. They still produce. We're taking Carlos Williams and Mike Gillislee still getting numbers out there.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have took him.
I thought Wendell Smallwood, he's still out there. You know, we got him in the 20th round, so he hasn't really... not really up on the radar yet. These drafts only go 15, but I'm down with some Wendell Smallwood, baby.
All right, there it is. There is 12-team PPR hot action for you. If you liked what you saw, please subscribe. Please give us a thumbs up. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think.
questions below. If you got them, ask them. I will get back to you in a timely manner.
Let's do it. We will see you next time. Thank you for watching.